It looks like Orange Man is starting to get a bit nervous. I think he's getting desperate here because, as you guys know, impeachment proceedings are, inquiry is starting up, which really isn't doing anything, to be honest. But the polling data in favor of impeachment has skyrocketed completely. In the past week, it went up 10 points. I believe it's about 50-50 at this point, or like 47-47 at this point in terms of approve/disapprove. And if Democratic leadership is correct on this, or takes the correct route, takes an all-encompassing route of everything, instead of just the Ukraine scandal, I think that the numbers will continue to go up. But you really know that he's getting desperate when he posts something like this. I mean, he would always rep the Rasmussen polls because they have a right-wing bias, so they would always give him the highest numbers because obviously they're a crappy polling site that's biased towards Republicans. So he would always rep those polls. Now he's gotten so low and so desperate that he posted this online unscientific Breitbart impeachment poll. It says, "Do you stand with President Trump?" 97.83% say yes, 2.17% say no. So, you know what that means, folks. By the way, we don't even know how many people voted in here because it doesn't say how many people voted in here. But this definitely goes to show you that 97.83% of the population are behind the man Donald Trump. That's for sure because this Breitbart poll told you. Now, obviously, you don't need to even understand anything in statistics here to understand how this is ridiculous. But, understanding polling biases are very clear, obviously, if you have a sort of voluntary poll that you put up on a website, that's sort of strike one. Obviously, you're giving it to a very biased group of people, that being it's on Breitbart and it's with, the Breitbart fans. The voluntary portion is also important, of course. So, and of course, this is not scientific. When you're doing polling, you got to do, if you're trying to do the best, you're looking at, stratified, where you're taking proportions of, broken down groups. And there are other ways as well that you could do, good polls. But obviously, this is not a good one. Polling, the way you actually should do polling is a very meticulous skill that you have to do, and it's something that obviously pollsters take into account. Obviously, this does not fit the bill for any of those things. It's not, sort of, we're going to take a proportionate number of each group and then ask them this question in a non-voluntary, sort of manner. So that's the situation, man. That is what you're looking at. Looks like Donald Trump is getting quite desperate out there.